This is WaterparkRanger, and this is one of those special episodes where we look at something that's incredibly horrible compared to the games that we normally play. This one, Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown, is one of the worst games I've ever seen, so I thought that I should let you see it. First off, they give you a few languages to select to play this game for. It's on the Game Boy Color, in case you didn't know. There's American and English. Don't know what American is, but I speak English, so we'll take that. And just look at how horrible this artwork looks. Like, these are some of the most disgusting graphics I have ever seen. Does this look like a game that you'd ever want to press start on and actually play? Oh my god. And look at Shrek. His eyes, like, he leers at you really disconcertingly while you're going across the menu. So, this game also has a crappy password system like Pirates. Not that you'd ever want to figure out how to use that, because it can't even save. And the only options you get is the game's difficulty level, nothing else. You can't even turn off the incredibly horrible music. And Donkey's face like looks at you differently for each level, so although he's sticking out his tongue out at me, I'm gonna pick easy, because I don't want to play this with difficulty. So yeah, champions. Let's select our champion. Look at Shrek! Look at his face! That is the worst thing I've ever seen! Oh my god, never mind, the big bad wolf is even worse. Pinocchio, okay, looks fairly normal. Let's see the rest of them. Okay, that one we haven't unlocked yet, I guess. Monsieur Hood, that's Robin Hood. Princess Fiona, who actually looks vaguely like the original counterpart. And Felonious. So those are the characters, besides the one that we haven't unlocked, that we can actually play as. And without further ado, let's start this game off. Really, it's kind of like Smash Bros. That's really stretching it, though. Look at their faces! I think that's one of the worst things about it, is just how bad it looks. These are some of the worst graphics I've ever seen. And this is how you play. You just press A and B. Those are the only moves you have. And Shrek's A, the punch, is really ineffective. So that B move is really all you can use. And basically, that's just about it. You jump with a control stick, or... I'm using the Game Boy player in case you can't tell. So normally you would use just the normal arrow controls. So that's really all there is to the gameplay, but because this game is really short, I'm pretty sure I can finish it in one video, so that's what we're going for. Alright, music changed, so we fight Pinocchio this time. And that's his attack, is making his nose grow big. That's really all there is to him. So let's just spam our little move where we kick out and fly towards whatever enemy we're trying to fight. Because the punch is just so useless. So he's jumped out of the way, but fortunately, I can kind of jump too. And if you think this looks bad, believe me, it's even worse to play it, because every single move you make is really delayed. Every single jump, it's like at least 2 seconds after you press the button, that's when you attack. And of course, it's incredibly difficult to aim where you're going to jump. Yeah, the controls in this are awful. And yes, how cute, in the background on the moon, there's the Dreamworks kid holding the fishing line. That's like the only level of detail for anything they have in the game. And every time you win a fight, you get a password. Like you would care about a password when it's just so easy to play through and defeat every enemy you come across. It's never any different. So now we're fighting an unknown fighter, who turns out to be the Gingerbread Man. Now he's one of the most annoying fighters because all he does is throw crap at you and run away. So the idea is just jump over whatever he's throwing at you, and then just beat him up, and then make sure to trap him in a corner so he can't run, like so, and just kick him until he dies. And I really hate Shrek's victory pose too. His weird Shrek teabag move. And now we have the Gingerbread Man, if you want to fight as him and just run away and throw your little pebbles, or whatever, gumdrop buttons, I'm guessing, but you can't tell with these graphics. So now Shrek versus Shrek. I also love his face, like on the fighting screen. It looks like he doesn't care at all, and I might as well say that, although the music in this is absolutely horrible, I think the swamp music is the worst of them all. Like, can you listen to that beautiful composition in the background? It is literally one of the worst things I've ever heard. And also, the Shrek that I'm fighting seems to have a lot of moves that I just don't have. Like, I can only do 2 moves. I have the punching and kicking. I can't spit or fart. And he just killed himself! My rival just killed himself. Also, it's incredibly to tell exactly who you are when you're fighting yourself. They give you that little arrow, but it's really easy to miss. And now we fight M. Hood, Monsieur Hood. And, looks like a skull or something in the background, never noticed that. But yes, that little thing, that little lima bean that we're kicking right now, that is Robin Hood. And I'm trying out the punch for a change of pace, but it does so little damage that you might as well just use that only that one move that you've got. Oh my god, I just did the fart! How did I do that? I think there's some kind of weird combination you need to use that. Oh, this is gonna be so close. We won, though. That was like a hit away, though. So yeah, that was Monsieur Hood. He just uses arrows. I want to find out how to use those other moves. So now we randomly got a new power-up, Invincibility. Yeah, that would be great if we could ever use it. Of course, it looks horrible, so maybe it's best that we don't ever get to use it. So we have all these wonderful locales pulled straight from the movie. Oddly enough, this game was released before the movie came out. So one would almost draw the conclusion that that the movie was in fact based on this game. Though that's not the case. There was an original Shrek book, and if you can believe it, I actually read the original book of Shrek before I saw the movie. And the dragon's face looks like a turd! Like, literally, that looks like a dog turd! With little bits of food in it. It doesn't look like a dragon. Okay, this looks more like a dragon. Yeah, I'm playing this on easy, so I'm not losing any fights. But in case you do lose a fight on any other difficulty, you just start from whatever fighter you just lost to, so it doesn't even matter if you fight well or not. In fact, most of the time you might just hope that your opponent somehow kills themselves. We're really fighting ourselves again? You couldn't come up with anyone else for us to fight? What about, like, Fiona or something? No, we're just fighting Shrek again? One of the worst things in gaming you can ever see is this. Two Shrek sprites doing that stupid kicking move at each other. It would be great if he just jumped off again, but I don't think that's going to happen. And it looks like we have the ability to use a power-up due to that P thing flashing. Not that it matters, because I can't figure out how to use anything else. Yeah, Victor, loser. You both look the same. Ogre strength, yeah. This just looks awful. I'm glad that we're not going to have to put up with it. And another password if you want to fight Shrek vs. Shrek for the second time on easy. Okay, now we fight Thelonious. Now, from what I've heard, Thelonious is actually incredibly difficult on hard. So he's got that move where he throws things at you, and oddly enough, whenever you try to get close to him, he damages you like that. And he just does it again and again, and you can't attack during it either. It doesn't really make any sense. So you kind of just have to hope for the best when you're fighting this guy. And look how beautifully animated the crowd is. You see that weird pink thing in the background, that beige skin tone thing? That's actually the audience. Like, seriously, if you can't make it, don't even try. And we won once again, but that was very close. And now for the final fighter, I think. This is the final battle. No, I don't want to fight him again. That was really annoying. Yep, this is it. The last battle in the mirror room. Shrek versus... Can you possibly guess who it is? It's Farquaad! He runs at you with his little crown and jumps on top of your head and does that little dance. I'm almost tempted to say that's like how Darkling jumps on your sword in Ocarina of Time, but it would be doing that game a huge dishonor to compare it to this game in any sense of the word. And it looks like Farquaad is blocking all my attacks, so it doesn't matter because I'm spamming so much on him, he can't do a thing. So that's really the only strategy I've got, just spam against the wall. Now it looks like he's jumping on my head a lot, so maybe I should try using the punch move instead, because this is getting annoying. There we go, punch, punch, punch. Okay, that's hardly doing anything, but it looks like it's fast enough that he has no chance, so maybe it's better that we just kick him and let him jump on top of us for a little while. Because this is just taking way too long to punch him. There we go. Victory! Farquaad is defeated! And look at his face! I'm prepared to say that is the single ugliest thing in this game. Look at him! Look at his face! His head, it looks like he is wearing like a steak on his head or something. I wouldn't put it past him. Oh. So just like that, we finished... Oh yeah, and you can now play as Lord Farquaad. Like you're ever gonna play this game again. Yeah, you can play the game through using any of those characters. Of course, every time you turn off the game, it's all gonna start over, so why you even need to bother with passwords is beyond me. So that was Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown, and the only reward you get for doing anything in this game, doing remotely anything, is you get the little champion thing. Yeah, you're a champion for figuring out that it's time to move on with your life and do something besides play Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown. This is one of the worst games I've ever played. My only advice to you with this video, only lesson to be learned here is, never ever play it.